Justin. Thank you so much. Time now for our financial focus. That means this guy, analyst Steve Budin, is to my left, always on every Monday. Good to see you as well.
You too.
All right. Right now, jobless claims at a 44-year low.
Yeah, the jobs picture in this country is really a tale of two skills, I should say. Those with the skills for jobs are really finding themselves in high demand. Those that don't really need to step up and get those skills. But the jobless report last week came in at a 44-year low. And I know we talked about this off camera, Todd, that there's over 5 million jobs available in this country. So I've said this before, it's not a job shortage that's the issue, it's a skills shortage.
So if you have the skills, now is a good time.
Yeah,
right.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving on now, talking about tax reform, 401ks, and all of this right now. We have this big tax bill that's out there, and now there's a lot of confusion because, as you talked about, there is some horse trading here, and this is sort of how we watch loopholes develop, right? There's a whole reason for this.
And this is why tax reform is really an issue that doesn't get done, because you have all these little, fiefdoms of what they want. And one example is the 401k. And, in my industry with my clients, 401ks, which are the savings plans through your employer, are pretty powerful savings vehicles. And on the one hand, there are some Republicans who want to cut the contribution limits down to as low as $2,400 a year. But then President Trump came out this morning and said, nope, we're going to keep the 401ks where they are. And then the IRS, who issues the regulations, have come out and said in 2018, they're actually going to raise the limits. So depending on how the tax law goes through, then we'll know some specificity as to what happens for next year. But it just shows you how difficult it is to get all this done.
And sometimes there's that shifting target. In the meantime, we kind of get sandwiched in between to figure out, well, which end is up here.
Right.
Yeah. All right, moving on now. This is big. The battle for Amazon's sort of second headquarters. Las Vegas is among, more than 230 cities right now trying to be the ones that get it.
So I don't know how you narrowed it down from what, but now you're down to 238. And Amazon's going to review them. I was actually watching some of the cities that were putting together, promotions for this. And boy, there's some really powerful marketing and PR firms being brought in to do this, because there's estimates of up to 50,000 jobs available.
That's amazing. I mean, you think about that being a game changer for any city, any region that gets it. 50,000 good-paying jobs, and the rate that Amazon is at right now, they seem like this is a company that's going to be around for the next 50 years. If not longer.
And therein lies the challenge. Amazon certainly is not like some of the other companies that came through Vegas promising to set up headquarters here and then folded. Amazon is a pretty solid company. The problem I have is you just don't want the state or the city to give away the store trying to lure the company here, because you may be giving up more than you're getting. But one of 238 is, your odds are slim, but hey, at least we're in the running.
Yeah, we got a lot of stiff competition here. I mean, a lot of big cities in the Northeast, Boston, Philadelphia, I know they're all vying for this, right? And they're all sort of touting what they offer regionally. You just think, because Amazon is, of course, located in Seattle, the idea of having two major headquarters on the west half of the United States may not really serve us. Right?
Yeah, and I think that's our challenge. Not our fault, but I think Amazon, if they were corporate and being smart about it, would choose an East Coast headquarters so you have the different time zones available. But I think most importantly, what Amazon has to look at is how are they going to find 50,000 employees that know how to write computer code, that know how to do all of the sophisticated things that go along with creating what they're doing.
All right. Well, it's going to be great for any city that gets them.
Yeah.
As always, Steve Budin, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. We'll be right back.